Okay, so this is part 5 of my Lenovo 320S video series. Basically, I've been asked if it's any good for video editing, and I don't know because I edit on my Mac, which is a very old Mac, and I use iMovie, so I'm not used to using any video editing on Windows. I used to do Windows Movie Maker, was it Windows Movie Maker years ago? And that used to be alright, but very slow on the computers I used to use it on. So this seems to load reasonably quick, considering it's it's a big program. Right, so get started. Oh, this is like an easy guide. Oh, this is better. Before I didn't have a desktop option. So select 2 or more clips. Right, so let's go. It's in the root of C. I've put this video test. Now if I go back out, the size of these files, just to give you an idea of what sort of thing this is, it's this PC, Windows C, video test. So there's 4 files in here, they're all 1080 and it amounts to 3.55 gigabytes. They're all Xbox game captures, and actually I get a few strange glitches on Xbox game captures when I edit with my Mac. So I'm hoping this wouldn't happen on a Windows computer, although again it's another piece of software. So C Windows, video test 01, that's the folder where they all are. So let's drag over all of them and click next. Import. It is actually trying to tell me how to do it, isn't it? Right, so on this top bar here, if I click along here, you can see that it selects very quickly and it comes up immediately, really. And if I press and hold left or right or tap, you can see that it's very controllable, and if I drag, it's pretty responsive, really. So say I want to get to a particular point. Now there was a razor tool they mentioned. Oh, there's the razor. Right, okay. So let's see if this works. So let's find a suitable point to start. Let's go back to the beginning. Oh, let's do a bit of FIFA at first. Right, so there's a goal in here. Let's go back before the goal. Just turn that down a little bit because it sounds awful. There you go, so he's running in on goal there. And he said select the razor tool. Oh yeah, click on that. So that's done a cut. So now if I do the select, and was there delete on this bit? Cut, maybe? Yeah. Right, okay. So, that's better. So let's go for the goal and maybe the replay after it, if there's a replay. That'll do. Right, so let's do the razor cut and tap that. And then let's find another bit. So we don't. That'll be it for FIFA. I won't do any more on that. So if I click on this line, oh right, I'm cutting now. Right, edit, undo, edit, undo, edit, undo. It's like anything, isn't it? It's how well you know the system as to how. I mean, obviously in the right hands this could be very fast, but I really wanted to see how it handles the basics of it. So if I drag this along, well, in fact, shall I just delete that other FIFA bit, if it will let me do it? Cut. Right, so I wonder what happens here. So if I was to go back and hit play, why does it try and play the blank space? So maybe I need to drag that. Stop. Okay, that lets me drag it, and this clip I can drag back as well. So in the Fortnite clip, let's see a bit. 2 kills, so let's just find the first kill. So it says 0 there at the moment. There you go. Right, so let's go back before that. To here, and razor blade. Tap that. Did that work? I think that worked. Oh, I don't know if it did. Razor blade. Click. Right, so let's select that file and cut. Okay, that's looking alright. So let's see what happens. So if I bring it back just before, so it goes from there and straight in, bang, bang, bang. Right, that'll do. So now let's get the razor blade and tap on there. I want to get rid of all the rest of this because I just want to get it down to 4 clips really. So right click and cut. And I'm using the right click, the tap with 2 fingers on the mouse pad, which is how I like to do it. I mean, I guess if I was editing, I might use a mouse, although I don't use a mouse on my Mac. Right, let's drag this back over. Although I probably should have waited until I'd done the next cut. And so this is 34 long snipes. So I guess that's 34 minutes in. This is the really big clip. So like if I play on this, it plays instantly. If I press the space bar, it pauses. It's responsive and it moves around nicely. So, and do I drag this? No, that moves, is it? Right, I don't want to do that. So let's go across. Okay, so it's going to be around about now, I think. Yeah, right, okay, so let's go back. Diddly-dee. To about there, maybe, or just before I do the scope. Right, so click on the razor blade, click on the line. It's a funny system, isn't it? Because it doesn't seem, I'm sure on iMovie, I mean, again, someone will be shouting at the screen if they use this program, what the hell is he doing? But I really don't know how to use this program. Right, so no, don't want to do it there. I want to do, oh, it lets you cut like that anyway. So I could right click anyway without having to check back to the selection tool. Right, so I suppose I need to do a cut after this happens. So reload, and that will do. Right, so I want to cut again. Not cut, I want to put the edit point in. So here, tap. Right, so there's my other bit. So I can delete this part. So I've got a lot less video than I started off with. And there's, I guess, one more clip there. So if I drag this over, 9, 8, 7, 6. So we should start to see the other 2 clips in a second. And there they are. Right, let's put that at the end of that. And I'll probably use most of this clip. There's a bit here where I'm hiding, someone runs past, and all I do is shoot the door frame, shoot around him, completely miss. Right, so from about here probably would be good. So let's boom, boom, tap there, get rid of that, and then see where it ends. But that is, you know, you can zip back and forth really quite nicely. It's very controllable. So I don't want to watch the other player. Just want to get it that you see. There you go, that will do. Right, so let's tap that and delete that last bit. Right, that joins together. So now I've got my 4 clips. And I still need to get this this marker back, don't I? I don't know quite why I have to drag that marker. As I say, there must be a way of... What's this bit here? Is that it? Ah, there we go, look. Right, that's right, I should have been doing that all along. So I can move this marker through my clips. Let's say I'm going to put... Let's go there and just put gold or something. So graphics... What do I do? Text? Oh yeah, there we go. Tap in there. Gold. And select it. And where have we got sizes here? I'm getting a bit of reflection. I hope that's... Oh, it is coming through. Let me just pull a curtain. That's probably a bit better. Right, so size. I think you can. No, you can't do that. Oh, what have I done there? Is that the size? Is that the font? Yeah. And obviously you've got all these different options here. Stroke colour. Is that selected? Well, that didn't seem to change it to red, but again, that's probably me. Well, it definitely is me. So, that bit is there. If I go back, and so it's this bit at the top. So this is what shows the finished article, it looks like. The bottom bit is just your editing bit. So, let's hit play on that and see what happens. Nice tiny exclamation mark. Right, and then shot, and then back into the next, and the sniper. Okay, and then me being the opposite of the last clip, shooting the door frame, shooting his leg, shooting the fence, shooting all around him, and getting shot. Right, well, to be fair, I think that's perfectly usable. Now, obviously, I've no idea how to use this software, as I've demonstrated, because I've been pretty useless on it, but certainly the computer's not let me down. It skips through those clips. I can move around nicely. Oh, not doing that though. And it is responsive. It doesn't feel sluggish. Let's try doing a few other things at the same time. So I've got an Adobe page up here. Let's go BBC. Just to show. Oh, what did I do then? BBC News. Let's try YouTube. And let's open something else. Open the Windows Store, open Chrome, open Word, open PowerPoint. And here we've got loads of things running at the same time. Let's go back into Adobe and just see if it still allows us to mess about. We could move the title, the text, so it's completely in the wrong place, and move it back again. Oh, that's making it longer. Okay, so let's go back and Google search, and let's do YouTube on that one as well. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it playing a video. Oh, what am I doing? Folding. This is how I find my channel. Folding BMX. So that's running. Let's play Ed Sheeran. And let's start a Word document. I don't know if I've got any pictures. Oh, I don't know what pictures are on it. So let's go plus. So images. Let's try and grab a nice, that's a big image. Big-ish. Copy. Go back into PowerPoint. Okay, so I had to edit that because my phone rang and also my neighbour popped round, so all at once. Right, so we've got PowerPoint running and there's an image in PowerPoint. We've got Word running and there's an image in that, and I can still, so again, no slowdown. I'm still quite amazed at how well this works, really. I've got loads of 4 tabs open in this. I've got, I was halfway through learning how to use Adobe Premiere. BBC News is there. Well, let's get the page up because usually there's quite a lot of text and little video links and stuff like that, so it's not struggling with that either. I've got an Ed Sheeran video running in the background here, and I've also got running in Chrome, I've got a BMX video here as well. So really, it copes so well, doesn't it? I mean, I hope you're feeling the same, that when you look at this, I've not used a Windows computer that's been like this before, and this is quite a low spec, modest computer, and it's running Adobe Premiere in the background. And if I skip back to the beginning and hit play, can I do full screen? Do you reckon window, maximize frame? Yeah. So we've got my edit of Premiere. That YouTube video looks like it stopped, but this video's playing. Oh no, that video's still playing. So these 2 videos are playing. Word document, PowerPoint document, and let's go to the Windows Store. And I'm skipping through that. It does make you wonder, doesn't it? How much difference 8 gig of RAM would make, really. You know, I was thinking 4 gig was a bit low, but there's my amazing shooting abilities. Right, let's try, while it's doing all that, let's be really unkind. Export. That'll do. Media. Boom, boom, boom. Gosh, there's loads of options on here, aren't there? Format, H.264. Well, it is, I guess it's MPEG-4 anyway. Oh, there you go. Output name. Can I change that? Oh, yeah, I can change where I save it as well. So let's save on the desktop. Call it 320S Multitasking. Video files MP4. Let's hit save and see. Has that done anything? It can't have done it already. Well, let's go for. I'm just going to close that because that's distracting me, the audio, when I'm trying to think. Right, so, well, I can't close it. Right, so it's not appeared there yet. So is there another step that I've got to do? This is what I noticed earlier on. Look, you can see the it came up with a message saying that the resolution was too low. So you can see that the taskbar is obscuring the bottom of the screen. So automatically hide the desktop taskbar in desktop mode. Right. Oh, now we've got it. That. Now I hit export, maybe. Right. So let's see what. So it says. Oh, that's quick. Compared to my Mac. So my Mac is, and I'll go and get it. Is a 2010 MacBook, which you can see there. It's got 8 gig of RAM and a 256 SSD, and that's what I use to edit pretty much all of my YouTube videos. Occasionally I'll use my phone, especially if I'm doing 4K, because my Mac can't handle 4K, and it's quite nice to use, and I really like iMovie. I guess that's the one that I've just got used to using, and I've used green screen and adding things in and stuff like that, and rather than learning a whole new system, but I have to say this, I mean it's a much newer device, but then it's a budget device. This Lenovo is definitely a little bit slicker at moving around with edits and things like that, but you know, my Mac's got a very old processor in it. You know, it was £1,000 when it was new, but I didn't buy it new. I bought it in 2014 for £260, £270. But I then added the SSD, which cost about £70, and the extra 4 gig of RAM to make it 8. I think I might have had to put 8 in and took the old 4 out, and that probably cost me about £60. So you know, I've invested some money in it, but it works very well for iTunes. It works very well for iMovie for me, and Safari as a browser I really like on the desktop. But I have to say, if I was buying a computer, if you haven't got the money for a Mac, it's amazing how good these Windows devices are. Really, I wish you could get iMovie on it, because then obviously I wouldn't have to relearn anything. But right, let's see where we're going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and let's see how long that final video ended up being. Oh, and remember, I'm doing stuff in the background now. I did that video. I wonder if that paused it on its own. And the Ed Sheeran one was still playing because you could hear the audio. Oh, and it'd come up with that close all tab. So that was still playing. So, I mean, I wouldn't normally do anything whilst editing and rendering video in the background, but it's just kind of to see, oh, that's probably coming up with a message saying, so don't save. Let's tidy all this up. Don't save. Boom, 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 boom. So let's go. So that's done, I guess. If I go down to the bottom here, and 320s. So this is my final video. Let's see what it looks like. Lovely exclamation mark use there. Right. Nice clean cut. This was a good shot, wasn't it? And then this is a terrible shot. Terrible shots. So in answer to the question that I'd had, and the reason that I did this video, is it any good for YouTube? I think it's great. I think it runs really fast. I mean, obviously if you're used to a high-end computer, then the rendering of the video and everything would be much quicker. But yeah, it's another thing that I don't think has tripped up the Lenovo 320s. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry I was so rubbish at using Adobe Premiere Pro. But it does seem to be a really decent piece of software. It's that thing of, you'll get to a point where, I mean, this is literally the first time I've used it, but you get to that point where, like I am with iMovie, certain things like edits and cuts and titles and things like that, you just kind of whip through it because you're using shortcuts and things like that. So, yeah, really pleased, and thanks for watching.